Hi everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we are discussing about linear search and binary search. Here, last class we discussed about linear search. We discussed all the procedures of how to find an element from a list of array in linear search. So I am just discussing about the definition or explanation of a linear search. So linear search is a searching algorithm. Search an element or a value in a given array by traversing the array from starting till the desired element or a value is found. That is important thing. We are searching from 0th index to the maximum size of the array minus 1 index. That means we are searching all the elements to reach the last element. It compares the elements to be searched with all the elements present in the array. When the element is matched successfully, it returns the index of the element in the array, else it returns minus 1. If it matches, if the element is, if the searching completed successfully, then it returns the index value. That means it's available in the array and it's available in the location. That location is in the 0th, location is represents the index value. Features of linear search algorithm. It is used for unsorted or unordered small list of elements. That is very important. It is we are using this linear search for unsorted list of elements. That is, there is no order. Elements are arranged in any order. That means it may be increasing or decreasing, or it may be in unordered. So whatever it may be, we are using linear search to search the element. And in linear search, what we are doing is we are comparing the elements one by one. So sorted element is not important, or sorted element is not necessary for doing the search in the linear search. It has a time complexity of O of n. Of course, we discussed that we are searching the elements one by one. So if you want to search an element that is located in the last position, what we will do? We will compare all the elements in the list, so that we will reach to the last element, and we find that the element is we will identify the element that is available in the last position. So the time complexity is O of n. That means we are comparing all the elements in the array. So then only we will reach the exact location, which means that the time is linearly dependent on the number of elements, which is not bad but not that good too. It is not bad in the sense, if the number of elements in the list is too small, then it is not bad. If the number of elements is too large, then it is a time consuming one. So that is why it is saying that which is not bad but not that good too. Okay. It has a very simple implementation that we already discussed. You can write a simple program for this, because it is very simple algorithm, because we are comparing one by one. So what you have to do is you just use a for loop and compare all the elements in the list, and if the element is available in the list, then we will send a message that the element is available in the location 0, or index value. Location represents the index value. Okay. Next, the important thing is binary search algorithm. The main difference between linear search and binary search is search is used with sorted array or list. Sorted elements in the sense, elements should be arranged in either in ascending order or in a descending order. So any ordered list of element is needed for doing this binary search. The procedure, we can start by comparing the elements to be searched with the elements in the middle of the list or array. So before discussing the procedure, I just want to discuss how the process is going on in the array. So listen. Consider we are having a sorted list of elements, that is 5, 10, 20, 40 and 50. These are the sorted list of elements. So first step is to just I want to compare or identify or search the element 20 from the list of array. So the procedure is to find the middle element. So in this case, the middle element is 20, but the technical part of this one is we will add the position 0 and 4. So 0 plus 4 divided by 2. So 4 divided by 2, that is 2. So 2 is considered as the element located in the index 2 is considered as the middle element. Then we will compare 20 equal to 20. If the condition is true, then we will say that the element is available in the list of array and is located in the position 2, in the index position 2. Okay. If the element is not located in the second position, that means the searched element is considered 50. Okay. So what is the procedure? First step is to find the middle element. So 0 plus 4 divided by 2, that is 2. Then we are comparing 50 with 20. 50 not equal to 20. Then next step is to verify whether 50 is greater than 20. Okay, the condition is true. The meaning is 50 is located after 20 because it's a sorted list of elements. So we can assume that 50 is greater than 20, so that 50 is located after 20. So next step is to consider two lists from this array. First one is the value less than 2, or the elements located before 20 and the elements located after 20. So the element in this case 50 is greater than 20. So what's the procedure is, we are going to find, or we are going to search the 50 from the second list of elements, that is from 40 and 50. So again we are doing the same procedure. Here the first position is 3, the last position is 4. So 3 plus 4 divided by 2. So what will be the result? 7 divided by 2, which equal to 3.5. But what we are going to consider is, we are going to consider 3 here, because we are taking the integer value. So we are considering 3 as the middle element. Again we are doing the same procedure, comparing 50 with 40. First step is to verify 50 equal to 40. If the condition is true, then we are saying that the element is located in the index 3. If the condition is false, what we will do? We are comparing 50 greater than 40. Okay, if 50 is greater than 40, then what we will do? We will take the next list of elements after 40. In this case, we are having only one element. So again we are doing the same procedure. The first element is 50 and the last element also 50. So we are taking 4, index value 4 plus 4 divided by 2. What is the result? It's equal to 8 divided by 2, which equal to 4, and we are taking 4 as the middle element. Comparing, first step is to compare 50 with 50. Okay, if both the values are same, or the condition is true, then we are saying that the element is available and is located in the position or index 4. So this is the procedure. Consider, if the elements to be searched is 5, consider I am going to search the element 5 from the sorted list of elements, from the sorted list of array. Here 5 is the element that we are going to search. First step is to find the middle element. The middle element is it's located in the position 2. So compare 5 equal to 20. Condition is false. Then the next step is compare 5 greater than 20. Condition false. The next step is obviously, because if this condition is false, then what is the meaning of that? 5 is less than 20. Okay, this condition is true. So next step is taking the list of elements, or considering the list of elements before 20. That is 5 and 10 are the list of elements before 20. So the step is to identify the middle element among the two elements. Okay, so divide by 2. 1 divided by 2, what is that? 0.5. So we are considering only the integer value 0. Then compare, then doing the same procedure. So 5 equal to 5. Condition is true. So what we will do is we will return that index value. Return the index value 0 and saying that the element is available in the 0th position. So this is the concept. So the procedure is we start by comparing the elements to be searched with the elements in the middle of the list or array. So the procedure is to find the first step is to first step of the procedure is to find the middle element. So for that, what we will do is we will identify the 0th. So we will start from the first element, that is the index value 0, plus the last element, the index value 4. 4 in the sense maximum size of the array minus 1, divide by 2. So we will get a result, and that index value is considered as the index value of the middle element. And if we get a match, we return the index of the middle element that we discussed. Okay. If we do not get a match, we check whether the element to be searched is less or greater than the value, greater in value than the middle element. If the element or the number to be searched is greater in value than the middle element, then we pick the element on the right side of the middle and start again from step 1. We are doing the same procedure from the first step. Okay. This is because why we are doing like this is a sorted list of elements. Hence, on the right we will have all the numbers greater than the middle element. So that is a reason. If the element or a number to be searched is lesser in value than the middle number, then we pick the element or on the left side of the middle element and start again from step 1. So this is a procedure. Then binary search is useful when there are a large number of elements in the array and they are sorted. That is very important thing. If the number of elements is too small, then we will use the linear search, so that we don't want to sort the element. So a necessary condition for binary search to work is that a list of elements should be sorted. That is very important. That the main difference between linear search and binary search is, in linear search we can perform the searching operation without sort the elements, but in binary search we have to sort the element, then only we can perform the search operation. Okay. And the features of a binary search: it is great to search through a large sorted array. So sorted list of elements should be large, then only it is useful. And time complexity is O log n, because I told you we are we are avoiding the unwanted search from the unwanted because if we are considering, in this case, if it is a linear search, what we will do is we will compare each and every element in the list. But in this case, what we did, first we compare with the element with the 20, and we omit if the value is less than, in this case 5 is less than 20. So what we are doing is we are avoiding, or we are omitting all the element greater than 20. So that is why it's saying that O log n, which is a very good time complexity, and it has a very simple implementation. Okay, thank you for watching the video, and if you have any doubt, please call me, and try to write a program for both the algorithm, because it's very simple. You can try by yourself. If you have any doubt, please contact me. I will help you. Thank you.